Yes, yes, yes. So we're going to be going through the morning call for today, and we are having our first story, which of course during the weekend.
Yeah.
So we talk about things that have been going on over the
Over
weekend. Oh Lord, tit for
Diego.
okay, anyway. So yeah, we're very glad to be sharing
Was
with you
this on
different
Saturday
stories.
or Friday night?
Can I speak?
I'm just asking, when did it happen?
We're gonna read.
Okay.
Thank you. So yeah, we're gonna be going through what has been going on over the weekend, but even different things that are still going on, that are still trending. So to start off with the first story, which is headlined and talking about the government is extending COVID-19 to extend COVID-19 testing to hotels and other mass gatherings. So the Minister for Health, Dr. Daniel Ngamije, has announced that the government is in advanced talks with various partners to look into the possibility of equipping different institutions with the capacity of testing for COVID-19 as part of the efforts to strengthen the fight against the pandemic in the country. Honorable Ngamije said the bigger plan for decentralizing testing services is expected to begin with major hotels before it can be extended to various establishments that host a big number of people. The minister disclosed this while appearing on national television to, among others, give insights into the newly announced measures to curb the spread of the pandemic. He was joined by several other officials, including Minister of Local Government, Jean-Marie Vianney Gatabazi, Minister of Trade and Industry, Beata Habyarimana, as well as CP Jean Bosco Kabera, Rwanda National Police spokesperson. So there is a plan to decentralize COVID-19 testing in different institutions. We are planning to start with hotels, but this is part of the bigger initiative, Honorable Ngamije said. I think this is a very great thing.
Yeah.
You know, the different people that haven't gotten the vaccinations, and I believe that even with the J7 summits that actually ended yesterday, they were majorly focused on climate and vaccines, as we saw it on different media platforms as we were getting what they were talking about. So I believe that vaccines are now the new trend, let me say. It's good for different people because when we talk about vaccines, it gives us hope that COVID-19 is slowly getting away from sight, and it will definitely give us, you know how people used to have vaccinations from different diseases, or, you know, when we're still babies. So I want to believe that even COVID-19, there will be a time when everyone has to be vaccinated in order not to get coronavirus, and we shall go back to the life we used to live, you know. I mean, I really miss that kind of life.
Yeah.
Who saw this coming? No one, yeah.
And
Yeah.
it's really good for, you know, everybody, and it's one step closer to, you know, just making sure that people get back to normal, us going back to the streets, and you go home when nobody has told you to go home until you feel like, you know, you're tired to go home. So hopefully we're going to be back to the normal situation if this vaccines and everybody gets vaccinated. Yeah, so heading on to the next story, 80 megawatt Rusumo power plant to begin electricity supply this December. So the regional Rusumo Falls hydroelectric project will begin supplying electricity to national grids by December 2021, and this was disclosed over the weekend on Saturday, June 12th, as ministers of the three countries to which the project will supply, which is Rwanda, Burundi, and Tanzania, toward the project. And the project is expected to produce 80 megawatts, which will be supplied to the national grids of the three countries. And the officials announced that the construction works at at 80%, and despite the COVID-19 pandemic that slowed the works last year, they are now back on track and are expected to meet the target. And the main civil works of the power plant are located at the Rusumo border, which is between Tanzania and Rwanda as well. And it's not only going to be producing electricity, but it's going to be beneficial to everybody. Don't you think so?
Yes.
Yeah.
And I actually believe that this is actually going to help out, and of course this construction works that are at 80%, and despite of course the COVID-19 pandemic, we get to see how it actually slowed the work last year, and they're now back on track and expected to meet the target. So
Yeah.
I believe that it will actually be on point as it should be. So Heading on to the last story, of course, we got to see this and this from the ministers or the cabinet's meeting that took place on Saturday. I believe that different people saw, and very many people were scared. Very many people had already put assumptions of how things are going to go. Different people had already said, oh, this is going to happen. Oh my God, this is going to close. But
I thought we were going back
wow,
to the Guma Murugo
no,
section.
we can't. Anyway, yeah. So the government on Saturday, just like I told you, June 12th, announced new measures to curb the spread of COVID-19, among which the daily curfew has been extended by 1 hour running from 9 p.m. to 4 a.m. In addition, public transport or buses will be allowed to carry passengers only at 50% of their capacity, while public offices will function at 30% capacity, mainly allowing only essential staff in their premises. The rest will work from home. Likewise, places of worship will host the congregation at 30% of the normal capacity of their facilities, and COVID-19 preventive measures will be observed during prayers. But this will only apply to places of worship that have been authorized to host the worshippers. So different things were talked about: weddings, 30% of the hotel, you know, and all that. So believe that this is definitely, I mean, our leaders know what's best for us, and I think they know what is good for, you know, for us as well. So all we can do is to put all this into action, like we've been told by the government. So to keep ourselves away from coronavirus, because it's actually a very bad one. So I think it's good for us. I don't think it is good for us to keep with the rules.
Yeah, and just to emphasize what people actually thought, we were supposed to be going home at exactly 10, you know, this past week. But now, starting from, you know, effective from Saturday, when the meeting happened, we are supposed to be home at 9. So don't, you know, misunderstand things and you think that the curfew is still at 10. So make sure that by 9, you are in your home.
And let's have a reading culture.
Yeah.
A reading culture
Exactly.
of if
Making
the
sure that you read
meetings,
everything.
exactly. If the meetings have been gone, if the meeting has gone on and the different measures have been released, please make it a point. I learned it the hard way. Make it a point to either go on WhatsApp
If you
and
don't,
check
you will
and
sleep
review.
in the stadium.
Because if you
It's
don't
okay.
see them, you're not going to know when it's effective. Remember,
Yeah.
there's a time when they released the measures and we were actually supposed to start off following the measures, I
After
think on a
2
Monday or
days.
2
Yeah,
days.
yeah.
So it's very good. Let's develop a reading culture that will help us know and inform ourselves better in order not to be caught into bad, you know, the wrong side of the rules.
Yeah. So I think people are informed and we are as well. Yeah.
Yes.
So that is it that we had for you guys.